Welcome back to Injustice Media. I'm your host, Gucci J. Today we're gonna get into this one. Falsely convicted Jamal Thomas, part 4. You've seen part 1. You've seen part 2. Now this is part 4. So in this one minute, try to get the screen back. Yeah. In this one, talking about Winston Green. So when I got sentenced, I got put in Winston Green, and it was crazy, man. It's mad. Sorry, I'm trying to put the screen back up, man. Don't know what's going on. Keeps doing this all the time, you know. All the time for some reason. Yep, got it back up. Yeah, so yeah. Put in Winston Green prison. Couldn't believe it. Got arrested. Put in a sweatbox. Drove through town. You know, like you're in a sweatbox and you're driving through town, and you just see everyone just going about their daily business, just walking past into shops, and so you have some people staring, trying to look who's in a sweatbox, but the windows are tinted, so you can't see. And then just in a sweatbox, swerving side to side. You're like, oh my days, man, what's going on, man? What's happening here, man? And you end up at the prison, and you go in through the gate, and before the next gate opens, the gate that you go through, the entry gate, that shuts, and then they check the prison van. So they do like the little search and stuff, and then you get into reception. Then they put you in a holding room, and then obviously there's other people. You get me? Other people what are in the sweatbox as well, and then obviously you all get taken off one by one to put in a holding room. So I got taken off. Said to me, "You're a vulnerable prisoner. You have to go on the VPs." I was like, "VPs? What's that?" They said, "Oh, protection wing." I said, "You're mad. I'm not going on no VPs. You're crazy. This and that." So I had to sign some document to say that I'm not going on the VPs. So I signed a document to put me in the holding room. And then man was like, "Yo, what you in here for, man? What happened with you?" I said, "Mad baby mom, rape." Man's like, "Rape? Yo, don't tell no one that, bud. Keep that to yourself." I said, "Nah, I'm not lying, fam." I said, "Tell man what happened." Like, "Nah, keep that to yourself, this and that." Get me? And then the other geezer was like, "Yo, he's brazen, he's saying it out like that, bud." I said, "Obviously, that's what happened." He asked me, "That's what happened." I said, "Yo, they say domestics or something, don't say rape." I said, "Nah, that's what happened, bud." So, obviously, come out now, and then you all get searched in it. So the clothes that you come in, they take all that off, and then they strip you naked. They tell you to open your mouth, to look in your mouth, to look behind your ears, feel your hair to see if anything's in there. Then you take off your clothes, lift your armpits to check under your armpits and stuff. They take your trousers off your boxers. Tell you to squat and cough. Like, squat and cough. And sweat and cough, this and that, you get me? Not to know aggressive and that. Squat and cough. And they check your feet, the bottom of your feet and all that. And then they give you prison issue clothes. It's like the most degrading thing ever, you know. It's raw degrading. It's mad. Then they put you in another holding room. Obviously, you've been searched, so you're separated from the people that are coming in. So everyone gets searched one by one. And then they give you like emergency pack. So emergency pack, they say, do you want a smoker's pack? So you get vapes or you get vapes and a vape pen, or you get like a £4 pack that's like juice, chocolate, sugar, tea bags, and biscuits, or something like that, or £6, I can't remember. But you owe it back basically. Then you get all that. Then you get taken to induction. So I'm on induction. You get me? I'm on induction now. And then every time I heard the keys, I got up thinking, yo, they're gonna let me out. This is a mess about. This is a joke. You get me? They're gonna let me out. And I just walk past, nothing happens. I remember this clearly, you know, like I remember this like yesterday. Every time I walk past, I got up like, what's going on? Then I pressed the bell and said, yo, I'm not meant to be in here, so what's going on? When I'm coming out, I used to just press the bell all the time, like, yo, what's going on? When am I coming out? When am I coming out? I'm not meant to be in here. I couldn't believe it. And then they'll be laughing, like, you're not coming out, mate. You'll be out in 10 years. Thinking, what? Nah, this is a joke, fam. And I remember going to surgery and saying, where did I get water from? With my cup. Everyone at surgery was bending. The officers are bending. I'm looking at them. Why they laughing? Like, what's so funny? I've been serious. I said, from get it in your sink. So what you mean in my sink? You're on about if you've seen how small the cells are. It's mad. I said, get it from your sink. So behind that what you call it? Bed there, the sink is. They're like, yeah, get it from your sink. I'm looking at there, these guys taking a piss, like, you get me? You mean get it from your sink, but so yeah, it was mad. I was on induction, crazy, and then they put me in with some guy what snored. He was snoring all night. I was telling, him, shut up, man, try to sleep. Oh, sorry. So they moved me from him, then put me in a different cell with someone else. I remember I left induction. I went to the wing. So I landed on the wing, and then everyone's like, yeah, walk on, you're good. Where you from? This and that. I was like, Birmingham, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what you in for? Oh, baby, my rape. I said, rape. It's like, my man's in for rape, this and that. And the man are like, yo, man are looking at me, like, yo, you for rape, bud? I said, yeah, innocent, but I didn't do it. The man come up to me, and Fair's man said, yo, I rate you still. Cause you didn't lie. You get me? You told the truth. You get me? I said, fam, I'm innocent. Read my depths. That's what I used to say to man all the time. Read my depths. I used to bring my depths out. Read my depths. Read my depths, man. I didn't do anything. Read my depths. I said, bring my depths everywhere. Shout out to what's his name? H Hamilton. Yeah, man. Shout out to Hamilton. Muff Dot, Skipper. Um, a lot of man in there that time. I think this was A Wing. Shout out to Rainbow, Raymo. Shout out to Raymo. Raymo read my depth still. You know what I mean? There's a lot of man say, yo, don't talk to my man. My man's this, my man's that. But The man done read my debts and went, "Yo, this is nonsense. Like my man shouldn't be in jail." So yeah, I was on the wing, and obviously you had like yeah, you had man putting letters in the letterbox. Like in jail, there's like a complaint box in it. You can write complaints and put it in the box. You know what I mean? People's writing complaints saying get him off the wing, is in for this, da da da. You get me, the officers come to my door and say, "Yo, we're getting letters. People are threatening to do this, threatening to do that." So if they're gonna do it, tell them to do it, innit? And I kid you not, when I was on the wing the first week, officers were following me around the wing. So I'd be on the wing chilling with the man them with two officers watching. They'd be right near watching. The man like, "Yo, how can I watch him, bud?" I said, "Don't know, bud. Must be the charge." The officers try the hardest to get me off the mains. Used to call me in the office and say, "You're on the Birmingham Mail. You're in the Mirror. You cannot be on the mains. You're putting yourself at risk and other people at risk." This and that. I said, "Yo, I'm innocent. I'm not going on there. You're mad. I'm not going on no VPs." And then I just I had what's his Reem I had you get me. I had different pad mates, loads of different pad mates, and I had a pad mate I was getting along with, and then obviously he moved to a different wing with his bedrooms. You get me, and then I had a new pad mate, but new pad mate was dirty, man. He was washing his feet in a sink. He wasn't having a shower. It was doo doo in the toilet and not flushing it. So I said to the officers, "Yo, if you keep me in the cell with him, I'm gonna chop him up. Like I'm gonna like these are the things you have to say in it, not necessarily I'm gonna do it in it. Like these are the things you have to say to get moved." So they moved me from A wing. I think it was A. It's either A spare or B spare. I can't remember. In Winston Green, and then they moved me to M wing. So I first landed on M wing. I remember I'm on M wing now, and then I'm fixing up my cell. Let's change this. I'm on M wing. I'm fixing up my cell. Like these cells are new, man. Like the new cells and stuff. Like this is the old side, in it. Um, so like the cells like kind of new. See if I can find a picture of it. Yeah, I think I got a picture. Yeah, I'll show you what the cells look like. The new cells. So as you can see like the um the old cell in it. So I'll show you the new cells. So that's the old cell on the old side, in it. What it looked like. And this is what the new cells look like. So that's the old cell. This is like the new cells. This is what the new cells look like, and it. So they moved me to N wing, and as you can see, it's a lot better in it. You got a single bed, you got a TV, looks cleaner. You got a shower in your cell. You know what I mean? Sorry, in Winston Green, nah, in Winston Green you didn't have showers in your cell. My bad. But the layout's like this, and it. The layout's like this, but you haven't got a shower in your cell in Winston Green. It's got a toilet in that area and a sink in it. So yeah, the wing looked better, man. The cells look better. The wing looked better. Compare it, like look at the difference. compare it to like the old cell. Like this is like A, B, C, the front of the jail on it. At the back, this was the new cell. But the cell was nice, man. Yeah, man. It's mad. And I was on the wing, and then I was cleaning the cell, and I said Moisha. I said, yo, where you come from? I said, A wing. So what you in for? I said, oh, babe man stitched me up on a hard charge, you know. So swear down, bud. It's like, yo, careful saying all that, bud. You get fucked up, this and that, you get me? I said, fam, that's what happened, man. Stitch up. And then what's his name? Like nah, Nico. Um said man and said, yo, you good? This and that. Can't remember. I used to play football with him. Um, not with him, but against him when I was at Aston Villa. He was at Birmingham City. So I used to play football with him. And I knew him from like the area I grew up in, Handsworth, innit? And then what was mad, like the officer, some crop officer, Mr. Washbook, he was going around saying everyone, yo, he's in for rape, you know, this and that, da da da, telling Bear Man, saying, yo, I'm gonna get you guys out to batter him and all this. And then them man said, nah, 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 no one's touching him, you're mad. This and that. I know his people, I know him, no one's touching him. I read his depths. And the officer, this officer was a corrupt officer, you get me? Like, he was ex-security, ex-military, one of them old school ones what think they're bad. You get me? But yeah, the man them said, nah, man ain't doing that. And I was on the wing, and then obviously there's man what talk shit in it. Man what say, yo, my man's in for this, and man need to fuck him up, and look what the newspapers say. Fam, look what the newspapers say. Look, bud. Newspapers say this, bud. Where is it? Um, no, that's not it. Let me find it. Yeah, that's what was going on. Man was saying, yo, look what the newspapers say, man. Oh, where is it? My bad, trying to find the article, what everyone was talking about. Yeah, that was the article. Yeah, yeah, man was saying, yeah, my man's in for this. Look what the newspapers say, man. This and that. Da da da. Former Aston Villa academy player raped a woman in the nightclub. I said, "Bird, my baby mum lied, fam. This and that." So it doesn't say your baby mum, but it says you met a girl in the nightclub. Do do do. So it's just bare politics. So I said, "Yo, read my depths. I'm innocent. Look, read my depths. You can read my depths. Everything's here. I'm innocent." This is what I used to do. I used to walk around with my depths, all my paperwork, all the civil, all the criminal. You know what I mean? Everything. And tell man to read it. I was like, why are you bringing all that? I said, you man chatting nonsense saying man's in for A random girl, my baby mom, you get me? She lied, put me in jail. I got 2 kids with her. She stitched me up, put me in jail. The man are like, oh, so why does the paper say this though? Why does the paper say that you raped a girl you met in a nightclub and da da da? I was like, I don't know. I don't know why like the lying and putting false um false information in there. I'm innocent, you get me? And the wind changed a lot. A lot of people moved on. A lot of people left. But I remember there's 2 people just chatting shit in it, like trying to build up the courage to do something. Read my
And
depths. I'm innocent. Look, read my depths. You can read my depths. Everything's here. I'm innocent. This is what I used to bring around all the time. Like man used to try it, and I had bear fights like in there. I had to knock out bear man, and I never forget it. There was one time, yeah. Um, I remember a guy called Miller. He come on the wing. Him and another guy called Richard. Call him Richie Rich. I said, yo, bring your depths. Let me look at them. You get me? So I brought my depths, and he was like, just leave it on the side. I'm gonna look at your depths, fam. So there's a lot of people chatting nonsense. You get me? So I left him with my depths. He read my depths, come out and said, my man's innocent, bud. No one's touching him. No one's chatting shit about him. You get me? And then a lot of man was saying, oh, because, all right, was because you said it. It's like, not because I said it, because no one can touch him anyway. That's what he was saying. And then, like, things started to calm down. People stopped talking shit. There's 2 people what acting funny, but when man started reading my depths and seeing that man weren't what the newspapers were saying, man started acting blessing it. And then my ex's older brother landed, Gray, Shark Gray from Smithwick. And even he said, yo, I was with my ex and I read his depths, brought my debts to him. You get me? Brought all my debts to him. He read it. He rang his sister, rang his mom, asked them questions, and I said, nah, like, you get me? Even he was back in man's case, like, yo, no man can't chat shit, this and that. And then Charmer, I think Charmer landed as well. And Charmer was saying the same thing now. No one's touching him. You get me? And then when I was going gym, Phil was the gym orderly there. Shout out Phil, man. Phil Wigan. He was there. He was saying the same thing. Like, yo, no one's touching Jam. Anyone touches Jam, they're dead. You get me? And then just all over the jailhouse, the spare people I knew started landing. What knew man, knew my family, knew about my case and that. You know what I mean? And said, yo, JT is innocent, but no one's touching him, but the man's read his depths. Certified man has said, yo, you know what I mean? And Mills used to say, yo, if man talk shit, you bang them out, bud. You're mad. You knock them out, bud. Forget showing them this, showing them that. You don't need to show no one no more. Just knock them out, bud. Man chat shit. So I rate Mills and I was training with him. We was doing fighting, was doing grappling, he was training. Like, honestly say he was one of the realest man I met in the system. And then a lot of people used to say, yo, why you chat to my man? My man's from Aston, my man's this, my man's that. I said, bud, my man's family. You get me? When people chatting shit, people talking nonsense, the guy sat down, read my depths, and told man no one's touching man, and kept it 100. And he didn't need to do that, innit? People used to try to persuade him and say, listen, the papers say this and da da da, yo, and Richie Rich and did it. I was trying to get onto him like, yo, you can't. Back my man, this and that, da da da. Get me? Look at what it says. Look what it says in the papers. The papers are saying this. But man said, yo, I read his debts, fam. I read everything. A sin. What a sin. No one's touching him. His baby mom put him in jail. Load of nonsense. Man, not touching him. And then what you call it? J1 landed. Shout J1, man. J1 landed. Ha! But yeah, man. J1 landed. Me and J1, yo, as he knows, like I met J1 back in the day, like spitting bars in Warsaw. But yeah, man, we're gonna get into that part in part 5. But yeah, hope you like. Um Part 4. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, my G.